600. That is exactly how many brand new government jobs we are talking about today. I mean, it's a massive number, right? It's highly specific, and honestly, if you're in the medical or paramedical field, this is a number that should absolutely have your undivided attention right from this very second.
Welcome to today's Explainer. We are breaking down the huge 2026 railway recruitment reveal. Yep, those 600 newly approved paramedical vacancies. So let's just dive straight into the data and figure out exactly where these opportunities are hiding.
Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty numbers, let's establish our source here because, this isn't some internet rumor or wild speculation. No way. This is the official, signed memorandum straight from the Ministry of Railways. We're talking directly from the Railway Board, dated July 22, 2026. So, the wheels, they're officially in motion.
So how in the world did they land on that specific number? Well, the document actually outlines the whole administrative groundwork that just wrapped up. Basically, they did a massive assessment of vacancies in the medical department across all zonal railways and production units, or PUs as they call them. This wasn't just them guessing either. It was a super precise tally calculated through the indent management module of the HRMS, the Human Resources Management System. Bottom line, every single zone submitted their exact needs. The Railway Board scrutinized those numbers, and boom, the final list is totally locked in.
Now, for those of you who might be navigating this whole railway recruitment maze for the very first time, you're going to see the acronym CEN thrown around a lot, like everywhere. So let's clear that up. CEN stands for Centralized Employment Notification. It's basically the official megaphone, the public announcement vehicle the Indian Railways uses when they are gearing up for bulk hiring. And for this specific 2026 CEN, the powers that be have approved hiring across exactly 9 distinct paramedical categories.
Okay, so how exactly are those 600 jobs sliced up across those 9 categories? Well, spoiler alert, they're not split evenly, not even close. There's this massive skew toward 2 specific roles that just absolutely eat up the lion's share of the demand. That leaves the other 7 categories to sort of share a much smaller slice of 108 jobs. Let's take a closer look at the biggest chunk. 372. Guys, this is the single largest opportunity on the board by an absolute landslide. Out of the 600 total open slots, 372 of them are dedicated to just one specific position, and that is the nursing superintendent.
Let's really put that into perspective for a second, because the math here is pretty staggering. Over 60% of all the approved 2026 paramedical vacancies in this entire notification are for nursing superintendents. I mean, think about that. If you are qualified in the nursing field, this specific recruitment drive isn't just a regular opportunity, it's a massive, incredibly rare opening. The sheer volume here tells us something big. It shows a colossal priority for upgrading the railway's medical infrastructure this year.
But let's keep moving and see how things stack up for the rest of the medical fields. The second largest group on the list, that would be for pharmacists at the entry grade. We've got 120 approved vacancies locked in for this role. Again, that is a very substantial number. It provides a really wide lane for pharmacy professionals who are looking to make their way into the railway sector.
Now, on the flip side, let's contrast those massive, high-volume jobs with the other end of the spectrum. The Railway Board document also outlines several highly specialized, low-volume roles. We're talking literally one single vacancy for a dialysis technician, 4 spots for ECG technicians, 2 openings for optometrists, and 2 for audiologists and speech therapists. So while these numbers might seem tiny, they really highlight the diverse, highly specific medical capabilities the Railway Department has to maintain. They aren't just looking for general care, They're actively filling incredibly niche healthcare needs.
So, here is a crucial point. It's not just about how many jobs there are, it's about where they sit on the compensation scale. The official table actually categorizes each role by its pay level. Right at the very top of the scale for the CEN, we have the nursing superintendent sitting at pay level 7, which, as we know, also happens to have the highest volume at 372 vacancies. Now compare that to the lowest pay level on this particular list, which is the lab assistant grade 2. That one sits at pay level 3 with 31 approved vacancies. It really goes to show the massive spectrum of both responsibility and compensation that's available in this single notification.
Okay, let's check out the robust middle ground here. When we take the remaining jobs and group them by their official pay levels, we see a super healthy mid-tier bracket. There are 46 total jobs classified under pay level 6 and a really solid 145 jobs sitting right there at pay level 5. That means if you're targeting these mid-tier professional brackets, you've got almost 200 opportunities waiting for you. Let's break down exactly what jobs make up these two middle tiers.
All right, digging into pay level 6, we find 3 specific roles. The vast majority of these 46 jobs belong to the Health and Malaria Inspector Grade 2, with 43 vacancies. Let me tell you, this is a critical public health role for the railways. Rounding out level 6 are those highly specialized roles we mentioned just a minute ago, the 2 audiologist and speech therapist spots and that 1 dialysis technician vacancy.
Moving down just one step to pay level 5, we have a total of 145 jobs, and they're split between just 2 categories. As we covered, the pharmacist entry grade totally dominates this bracket with 120 jobs. But this is also exactly where we find the radiographer, X-ray technicians, coming in with 25 approved vacancies.
And hey, just to make sure we've accounted for absolutely every single position listed on that official July 22nd memorandum, we can't forget pay level 4. This level contains just 6 total jobs, 4 for ECG technicians and 2 for optometrists. And with that, we've successfully mapped out the full spectrum of all 9 paramedical categories locked in by the Railway Board for this drive. To bring this all together and really cement the facts, let's look at the core directive one last time. The official order straight up states, the competent authority has approved to issue centralized employment notification for 600 vacancies in 09 paramedical categories for the year 2026. So, the zones have spoken, the pay levels are set, and this drive is 100% officially happening. Well, we've broken down the numbers. We've looked at the massive opportunity for nursing superintendents, the really solid volume for pharmacists, and the highly specific needs for those specialized technicians. The data is clear, the roadmap is laid out, and the government has officially approved the vacancies. Honestly, the only question left is for you. With 600 paramedical positions opening up in the Indian Railways for 2026, which role are you going to target? And more importantly, what are you doing today to prepare for it? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Get those documents ready, start studying the requirements for your specific pay level, and I will see you next time as we keep breaking down the information you need to know.